UMKC in the home whites, the Vaqueros in the orange uniforms, and the Roos win the tap. Erica Mattingly will handle it. Brooke Hampel, Taylor Larson, Kristen Moore, Layla Vigil, the starters for the Roos. This is Hampel, freshman from Huntsville, Alabama, trying to hand it off to Mattingly, and a reach-in foul on Jamaica Dowell.
Rio Grande's going to try to make it hard for Mattingly to get catches once she gives the ball up, and they've got to be careful not to get in foul trouble here early.
UTRGV, one of the best defensive teams in the conference, second in scoring defense. They will slow the pace at times. Their starters today, Amara Graham, Jamaica Dowell, Adil Turk, three guards, Megan Johnson and Madison Northcutt up front. Ball poked free, and Northcutt from nearby Wichita, Kansas, picks it up for the Vaqueros. She's a fifth-year transfer, grad transfer, as Graham scores the first basket of the day to put UTRGV on top. But Northcutt, not your normal fifth-year transfer. She went up a level, D2 to D1, following her head coach.
She did. I talked to Lane about that, and he said she was really wanting to go to grad school, and they were fortunate to have that program she needed.
And a bonus for him, she knows the system and can be a leader off the bat. Mattingly, elbow pull-up is good. Erica Mattingly struggled to get going early from the field against New Mexico State on Thursday. Gets the first basket of the day today for the Kangaroos. Backcourt pressure handled. Northcutt from Turk with the finish, and it's 4-2 UTRGV. The Vaqueros turn it over 16 times a game. They also forced 16 a contest. UMKC forces 18 turnovers a night, though. Vigil double teamed. Goes up with it anyway, doesn't get the bounce, gets her own rebound, but is called for a foul in the process. Layla Vigil, 4 straight double-figure rebound games. She averages just under 10 per contest to go along with 11.5 points. Vigil with the deflection and the first steal of the day for the Kangaroos. Kicking violation will keep it with UMKC. Mattingly, the junior point guard, plays it into the lone senior on this UMKC roster, and Kristen Moore's jumper comes up short, but Mattingly saves the long rebound and then throws it away. Megan Johnson all alone to the other end. An unforced turnover there by UMKC's point guard. 2 turnovers now by the Roos. Hill looking for help, finds Hampel. Hampel driving, tough shot. Vigil and Hampel on the glass. It's Hampel with the putback. Well, you can see what you were talking about, how hard UTRGV plays, especially at the defensive end, but they're handling this pressure well also. 3-on-1 at the back end, and Turk lays it in.
Rio Grande's icing ball screens here on the defensive end, and Hampel did a great job of denying that and attacking that ice.
Explain what icing a ball screen is.
So we're going to try to force them away from the screen and towards the baseline side. Not a very good ISAP possession, but they want to not allow them to use the screen, and the girl guarding the screener will help.
Again, UTRGV handling that pressure with this 3-guard starting lineup today, but Vigil poking it away, and then a foul on the Vaqueros.
Vigil has been so active in this game already. Just so many hands on whether she's tipping it to someone else, herself, or getting a rebound and a couple of steals, forcing turnovers.
Fouls on Jamaica Dowell. That's her second. She takes an early seat on the bench next to head coach Lane Lord. In for the Vaqueros is Nichelle Hyman. Larson dribbling that off her foot. Fortunate it rolled right to Hampel. Pressure on Hampel being applied by Graham. No whistle. Moore, a 3, too strong. And Vigil again knocking it away. And Hampel able to keep her balance, but unable to finish. UMKC really aggressive with active hands all over the court defensively. Pull-up 10-footer misses badly for Hyman. Vigil pulls away the rebound.
UMKC's got to think about some other ways to attack the ice defense on the ball screens. If they're not going to allow you to use them, you want to either pop your screener or look to rescreen.
Away from the ball inside, Megan Johnson picks up a UTRGV foul. Cynthia Sampson coming on for the Vaqueros along with Michaela Mosley. Lane Lord will play 9, 10, 11 players some games. He's not afraid to use his bench.
Yeah, they rotate them in and out. Watching film on them,
V-Hill on the money from 15 feet. Again, they break the pressure. 3-on-1. Turk with a good decision. The pass a little off target for Mosley and a turnover.
Okay, so you got lucky that possession. Veal's got to decide if she can get that pass or not. If she can't, she's going to put them in a 2-on-1 if she goes for it.
Well, here's a change for UMKC. Instead of Mattingly bringing it up, it's the freshman Hampel Mattingly playing off the ball. Mattingly attacks. Oh, a tough shot. No one on the glass. A very balanced attack for UTRGV, although Turk is their leading scorer at 10.7 a game. Foul on Larson. But a lot of Vaqueros averaging between 6 and 11 points per game. They are several players capable on any given night.
They like to run dribble drive motion, so they're going to try to get a lot of people downhill, try to get back cuts.
Deep ball from Turk went halfway down and popped out. Nowhere to go for Mattingly. Good recovery defense by the Vaqueros. Now Larson attacking with contact, and 2 free throws coming. It's on Turk.
Larson has such nice size at the wing, and when she can get downhill and get into those seams, she's got great size to finish around the rim.
One of only 2 returning players from J.C. Hoyt's first year with UMKC. She's a 5'11 sophomore from Huxley, Iowa. Which, if you haven't heard of Huxley, Iowa, neither has most of the world. It's pretty small.
I think Taylor also does such a great job of often drawing some of the toughest defensive assignments and using her length on the defensive end as well.
2 free throws put the Roos on top. She averages 5.5 points per game. 2.5 rebounds, but a positive assist to turnover ratio, as you mentioned. Great defense. Again, UTRGV attacking against that pressure. Graham unable to finish, and V-Hill on the ground comes up with it, but it's off of Larson, and it will be Vaquero basketball. Well, UMKC's got this game at the pace they want it. They want to play up-tempo, make it 75, 80-plus points to win.
They do, and when they're able to score it or get at the free throw line, they're able to set that press, and they're really speeding Rio Grande up and forcing some quick shots at the rim.
Unimpeded drive for Hyman. Hampel giving a foul at the end. On the flip side, UTRGV did not play on Thursday. Their scheduled game at Chicago State was postponed due to the polar vortex.
Well, that's cold.
It was very cold up there. So UTRGV stayed home, traveled here to Kansas City yesterday. They'll play at Chicago State on Monday. Second free throw good for Nichelle Hyman. And we're tied at 10. And now some backcourt pressure from the Vaqueros, trying to give UMKC some of their own medicine. Roos get it across without Mattingly being involved. Well, look at UTRGV face guarding Mattingly on the far side there. Hyman just staying right with her, not hardly paying attention to where the basketball is. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Larson backing her way in. Wild shot. V-Hill, though, collects it and lays it in to beat the shot clock.
She is unbelievable. She is just, her instincts are so good about where the ball's coming off. Her timing is impeccable.
Drive it! Drive it!
UMKC bringing some pressure defensively. V-Hill out on the floor defending. Now Hampel against Sampson, giving up a couple inches, and Cynthia Sampson able to convert. 6 different Vaqueros have scored, 2 points apiece.
You know, that's a one-on-one move there. UMKC's done a pretty good job of cutting down the angles versus that dribble drive motion offense.
Mattingly bottled up in the corner. Able to get it top of the key to Moore. Larson back out to Moore. Turning down the three for the drive. Contact, and she'll shoot two. Looks like early on an emphasis for UMKC, don't settle for a three if you have a driving lane.
They've been really aggressive, and you know, I thought last game they were very aggressive getting to the rim, and then continued that attack mentality.
Foul was on Sampson.
One of the things I've really noticed about UMKC just from December to now is how much all the players around Erica have grown in confidence, and they're no longer just looking for her to make plays, but they're all really stepping up and understanding they bring a lot to the table as well.
Kristen Moore, who averaged 14 points a game a year ago, has really come on again here in conference play. These are her first 2 points today. She's had double figures, though, in 6 of the last 8 games, including 16 in the close loss to New Mexico State Thursday. And the full court pressure nearly forces a turnover. Hyman able to save that along the line. And Northcutt kicking it out. Quickly back inside. And Northcutt over Moore, able to score. Madison Northcutt, a 48% shooter, averaging 9 points a game. A good find by Mattingly, and Vigil with a 12-footer. Into the hands of the Vaqueros. And Turk with a nice crossover. And the elbow pull-up is good for Adil Turk. Now UTRGV, when they can get shots, shooting it well, 7 of 10 now. 4 turnovers have hurt, though. Kangaroos 5 of 13 shooting on the other side.
UMKC's getting a little bit complacent here. They've got to get some movement earlier in the shot clock.
Down to 7 on that shot clock. Mattingly threw a double team, got it to Hampel. Moore with the clock ticking down, buries a 3. Better to be lucky than good sometimes. 13th 3 of the year for Kristen. Maru's back on top. 5 ties, couple lead changes already in this one. The ball poked away, loose on the floor. Who wants it? Everybody. We'll get a tie-up. An official on the backside with the quick whistle. Now UMKC makes their first substitution of the game. It had been the starting 5 playing for the first 8 minutes. The freshman Emily Ivory in for fellow freshman Brooke Hampel. Meanwhile, UTRGV has played 9 players already. Northcutt in the post, faking a handoff, backing in on a travel.
He's got one.
Under 2 to go, first quarter. Mattingly, baseline to the basket for the finish. Well, they might be trying to deny her the ball, but when she gets it and there's any kind of a crease, she will attack.
That was a great read by Erica. I mean, just not to get frustrated that you're getting denied so hard, but you can use that pressure against them. And she did that possession, just one quick rip, and you're by someone who's playing so tight to you.
Second foul on Layla Vigil, though, in the press. She comes out. Awala Jack is in.
That's someone who you do not want to pick up their second so early in this half. She's just been incredibly effective.
4 points, 4 rebounds already. And a second foul that wasn't necessarily meaningful. Graham, open. Doesn't get the roll. Who's that off of? Vaquero basketball. The second time the Roos have been unlucky on a bounce on a deflection. Fresh shot clock for the visitors from Edinburgh, Texas. Good defense by a Jack. And they force a traveling call on Quinn Huggins.
Great job by Awala just to beat her to the spot. Doesn't get much better than that in one-on-one defense.
Huggins, a senior, averaging over 10 points per game. She is capable of a huge night. She has had some explosive games in her career. Mattingly again open on the baseline, feeding more up top. A Jack getting on the glass. No V-Hill, no problem. Her replacement gets the rebound. Now an open three, but short. Six-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Turk partially blocked, and the Roos have it. Shot clock off. They can hold for the final shot. And will. Ten seconds. More into a Jack. Shuffled the feet.
I love the call there, though. You got a mismatch on a wall. They go right to her on a post up, and no reason really to try to go around her. I think she could have just scored over the top.
Northcutt to beat the clock does. And we have a one-point game after one. Kangaroos shooting 7 of 17. UTRGV 8 of 13. And both teams attacking the basket. UMKC 1 of 3 from downtown. UTRGV 0 for 1. Here's Ivory with a baseline floater that comes up short. Madison Northcutt's third rebound. Graham needing help. Megan Johnson cut off on a drive. Northcutt to the basket, gets her own rebound, goes back up and scores it. Madison Northcutt, 8 points, 4 rebounds already.
She's done a really good job just being aggressive off the bounce and continue to pursue her misses.
You know this is a big game for her. This is as close as she'll play to home this year in the conference. Her final season of college basketball. And oh, by the way, she was high school teammates with Erica Mattingly in Wichita.
Might mean a little more.
Bragging rights never hurt as Megan Johnson is rewarded for running the floor, and UTRGV is up by 3. Our turnovers are big swings in this ballgame. Both teams have really converted, and there another one. Johnson jumping the passing lane. Almost got the and one.
Really out of character for Erica. I think just a lazy pass there. The defense is right on the inside, and you've got to really almost post up at the elbow and get some separation to make that a clean entry.
A Jack picking up the foul.
I like when UMKC's been able to move Mattingly off the ball and give her some screens to work off of before to allow her a catch. They've also done some things to get her backdoor cuts with them face guarding her. That's a great way to counter face guards.
Johnson missing both. UMKC quickly the other way, and Mattingly attacking middle. Jonay Johnson, the freshman from Chicago, dumping it down for more. Now look at that battle in the post with Northcutt. Johnson claiming the rebound. Not a lot of height necessarily on the floor right now, but no lack of post players who want to get after each other. Good back cut and a nice pass as Dowell able to finish.
And that's a big part of the dribble drive motion offense. You get to that elbow and look for back cuts out of the corner. Well executed.
UMKC slow getting into their set here. Jack thought about it. Spinning, fires away. Graham nearly walked. Turk skipping it out near side. Johnson with a nice fake, finds an angle and lays it in. Megan Megan Johnson puts UTRGV up by 7. The Vaqueros have hit their last 4 shots. UMKC has not scored this quarter. Ivory from deep. Long rebound into the hands of Moore. Mattingly trying to post. They can't get it to her. Powell knocking away the entry while playing with 2 fouls. Who's able to keep it as both sides make changes.
Great hustle by Northcutt there to just see the pass coming in over the top and come over and help.
UMKC playing smaller now with only 1 true post on the floor. Mattingly, though, posting up, wanted a foul and doesn't get it. UMKC will keep the pressure on. They'll get Taylor Larson into the ball game as well. Larson with the deflection. Vaquero ball. Nearly a 10 count there. Turk with a little eye fake. Got to the basket. Moore finds Hampel. No numbers. And the freshman wisely pulls it out. Now we've seen this UMKC team have some scoring droughts this year. They're in one right now. And it continues.
They are. They seem a little frustrated in the half-court offense. They've got to get some more movement, look for maybe some mismatches, maybe an ISO, get somebody to the rim. But right now, I think they're frustrated with their face guarding of Erica and got to get some more movement.
UTRGV has scored all 8 points in this second quarter. They've shut out the Roos, but Jonay Johnson with a steal, trying to get it to Mattingly, and the Vaqueros take it right back. Well, that's how it's been for UMKC. If they do something good, they immediately shoot themselves in the foot. They have not scored in about 6 minutes. Going back into the first quarter, quite a ways.
Changing up defenses here, coming out in a 2-3 zone. Maybe this can lead to a stop or deflection and
they have 6'5" Christina Soriano in the middle of that zone, and that's a turnover. How can they get the lid off the basket here in quarter number 2? Johnson handling the ball. A little confusion about what they want to do and how to get into it. Mattingly posting. Erica hasn't touched it this possession. Now Hampel just takes matters into her own hands. On a blocking foul, gets 2 free throws.
Good decision by Hampel there, though. Things are not really organized for the Roos to just look for a rip and go down that lane line and make something happen.
Brooke Hampel, 2 points in the ball game. .68% free throw shooter and is about as athletic a freshman as you'll find, especially in terms of foot speed end to end on the court.
She is fast.
That ends the scoring drought for UMKC. Still a field goal drought, though, for the Roos. Back within 6. UTRGV's 3 league wins over California Baptist, Grand Canyon on the road, and Seattle U. Ball loose in the lane. Mosley able to get it, but she didn't leave the lane. 3-second count. The 3 league losses for UTRGV on the road at Cal State Bakersfield, home to Utah Valley, and at New Mexico State.
They've been in a lot of ball games, and this is a team that will battle to the end, and they're well coached, and I think they're well prepared for games.
You touched on it. They don't have a lot of height, but they have length and athleticism, which allows them to pressure defensively. They do get it in Mattingly's hands this time, and a wickedly tough off-balance scoop shot doesn't go. Well, it's even harder considering she hasn't touched the ball in several possessions.
Drive it!
Northcutt with the kick out. Turk's three is good. The first triple of the day for UTRGV on just their second try, and they have their biggest lead of the afternoon.
Inside, offsides, against that zone for that open three. Good execution by Rio Grande.
UMKC trying to get it inside. Not settle for jump shots. Hampel, cut off lane line, will shoot a 10-footer. Turk gets the rebound. Boy, since Layla Vigil got her second foul, it's been 1 and out pretty much for the UMKC offense.
She is a big-time player for this team and makes so many plays on both ends. They definitely miss her. She's got to be careful not to find herself in this situation.
Northcutt on the baseline. Missed everything. Mattingly will bring it up this time. Nice crossover. Soriano on the glass had it taken away. Turk all the way and an offensive foul. Even though she ended up on the floor and off balance, she pushed off with the lead arm.
Yeah, she extended that inside arm and made contact. Great call by the official. Sometimes they get that one wrong. That was the right call.
No matter the result, you're not allowed to extend the off arm. Kristen Moore is back in for UMKC. Well, Mattingly really having to work hard just to get the basketball and then taking all sorts of bumps along the way and earns 2 free throws.
You can really see Erica's toughness right now. It's just written all over her face, in her body, how she's attacking off the bounce. She's not backing down from physicality in this game. She's taking it right at them.
J.C. Hoyt has said, I don't ever need to coach Erica on how hard to play. She's another coach out there on the floor. If something's going wrong, she knows it needs to be fixed before I can tell her anyway.
Gotta love when you have a point guard who has that type of mentality and also the level of competitiveness that she has. It makes her special.
The foul was on Northcutt, her second. She stays in for the moment as UTRGV turns it over. Well, turnovers stacking up now, 11 for each side in this first half. Here comes Mosley back in for Northcutt with the 2 fouls. UMKC has not hit a field goal this quarter. 0 for 9. Soriano in the post. Left it short. Foul or a tie-up? We had 2 calls. 1 from each official on that side of the floor. Out official called a foul. The official on the baseline called a jump ball. And that's the call that stands. UMKC basketball. Nope, check that. UTRGV basketball.
That's where Soriano's got to continue to grow as a player, just handling, being physical, someone being physical with her and being able to finish against contact.
Into the front court against the pressure. Hyman long on a 3.
That is not the shot you want to take at the end of press break.
UMKC's pushing 10 minutes of game time since their last field goal. Larson has her pocket picked by Megan Johnson. Ivory unable to challenge. And it's a 10-point game. 1:47 in the first quarter was the last time UMKC made a shot from the field. Inside, a foul in the post against Johnson of UTRGV. Now, first quarter was the pace and the scoring level UMKC wanted. This second quarter has been the slower pace and physicality UTRGV likes.
I think not having Layla on the floor has a lot to do with how UMKC is executing right now. But
that ends the field goal drought. How about the attention Mattingly attracts? Two defenders go with her, and nobody guarded the ball.
That's a great play call when you have someone like Erica.
And Ivory unable to get away from that foul call. Only the second of the quarter against the Roos, though. UMKC with that zone look still. Soriano rejecting Cheyenne Trimble inside for a second chance opportunity. Results in a foul on Taylor Larson. Megan Johnson, a junior from Newcastle, Australia. Folks will tell you it's hard to get to Edinburgh, Texas. I've got to think it's really hard to get there from Australia.
They do have an airport. McAllen International.
They do. I doubt there's direct flights from Newcastle. One of two trip to the line. Johnson has 9 points, 7 of them this quarter. That leads the Vaqueros. Their lead is 9. Mattingly with the crossover and all the way for the finish. A frustrating first half for Mattingly, but she still has 9 points. Johnson nearly lost that into backcourt. Mosley baseline, out to Turk, deep three. Mosley had it, lost it, Rue basketball.
I'll go back to some type of empty call like they just did for Erica, where no one's at the rim to really challenge her, because I think she can get by her defender.
Well, they decided to put it back in Mattingly's hands more rather than keeping her off the ball. Double team comes. She gets it to Moore. Kristen took an extra step or two.
Looks like UTRG is going to fire or trap when Madeline uses her ball screen. So I think a good counter there for them to pop a player and then dive one to the rim.
Shot clock is off. A near turnover. Sampson very fortunate to keep that. Final 10 seconds. Graham way out. Got it. She's nearly 50% from downtown, and that three gives UTRGV their
turnovers were unforced in the half court, traveling, and silly decisions with the ball.
UMKC changes the starting lineup for the second half. Emily Ivory gets the call to go with Brooke Hampel, Erica Mattingly, Layla Vigil, who missed a lot of time with 2 fouls, and Kristen Moore, and they go right to Mattingly on a backdoor cut feed from Hampel. Great way to start the second half.
Great way to start, and again, she's going to see that face guard, so she's going to have backdoor opportunities that they can deliver the pass on time.
UMKC making an adjustment against that defense of UTRGV. Now they stick with the zone at the defensive end. Turk with it right side. Inside, Northcutt out to Graham. 3-2 strong. Megan Johnson the rebound. Same starting 5 this half for UTRGV as began the game. Jamaica Dowell with it. Johnson, center of the zone, 12-footer short. Northcutt on the glass, and the first offensive rebound of the day for the Vaqueros creates 2 points. Northcutt also had 2 first-half fouls. She's now into double digits with 10 to go along with 6 rebounds. Mattingly down the baseline. Off the fingertips of Moore. A UMKC turnover, their 15th. Johnson, nice fake, but walked. Neither coach can be happy with the amount of turnovers by their team.
It's a little bit sloppy right now. They've got to, I think Erica, she's got to find a way to not be frustrated. She's going to see a lot of attention, for the rest of her career here at UMKC. She's got to find a way to not let that frustrate her and speed her up offensively because she's just too good.
Emily Ivory gets an open look, and it goes. Her head coach started clapping before it was off her fingertips.
That's when you know you got a lot of confidence in a shooter.
When you've got the league's top three-point shooter in percentage and makes among qualifiers, you feel pretty good when she gets an open look.
No question.
A 7-point game. How can this zone defense get some stops for the Roos? Near turnover there. Turk pulls back on a 3. 5 on the shot clock. Dowell tried to swing it. Nobody was there. Turk has to launch. Missed everything. Shot clock violation. Well, the zone did not allow the ball inside really that time.
Great job just stringing together possessions. Getting a stop, score, another stop. That's how you can get back in this ball game and make it, even and try to turn the corner.
Long ways to go still in this one. You don't have to make up the deficit in the first couple minutes. Moore trying to drive middle and an offensive foul. First of the game against the senior from Chicago. Turk finding Northcutt, unable to finish this time. The Vaqueros save the possession. Northcutt with the foul. Well, Madison Northcutt had a double-double against New Mexico State in their last ball game. She's on pace for another one today.
Great attack there. Just finding little areas in the zone, little soft spots where she can catch and then quick rip and go and splits the defense.
13 points, 6 rebounds for Northcutt. On the foul in the backcourt against Turk. That is 3 on her.
Really risky pass there. Great job by Brooke Hampel to meet the pass and cause that foul.
Turk sits. Michelle Hyman in. Both teams played lots of bodies in the first half. UTRGV 10, UMKC 9, but the bench for UTRGV more productive and saw more minutes. More to go for Hampel. Moore stepping out. A 10-point lead matches the biggest of the day for the Vaqueros. Inside, Northcutt fouled. Well, they're doing a good job passing to the interior of the zone now.
Yeah, exact same action back to back where Northcutt's just flashing into that soft area in the lane and then ripping against the center of the 2-3.
And it's V Hill's third foul. Northcutt hits the second. Now UMKC staring up at an 11-point deficit. Haven't scored in more than 2 minutes. Get it to Mattingly on a handoff. Hyman doing a great job defending. And Mattingly, anytime she puts it on the ground and gets inside the arc, she's getting bumped.
She's an aggressive, strong driver, and she's straight line. I mean, she does such a good job of straight line to the rim and goes with the purpose.
It's just the first foul on Hyman. Vigil with 3 fouls checking out. Taylor Larson, who did not start this half, comes in. 1 for 2, trip to the line for Mattingly. 4 minutes gone in this third quarter. UMKC has made up no ground so far. Shot clock at 7. Hyman launches and buries the 3. Michelle Hyman, 25.5%. Makes it a 13-point game. Mattingly's pass intended for more, knocked away. Back come the Vaqueros. They'll slow it down. Why not when you're up 13 and controlling things?
UMKC's got to find a way to get this game sped back up. Right now it's just a slow half-court game, and that is not playing to their strengths.
Quinn Huggins with a 3 ball. 47-31. J.C. Hoyt needs and takes a timeout. UMKC with a big hill to climb. Second place team in the WAC. Down 16, UTRGV 3-3 in conference. Looking for a road upset. They'll play at Chicago State on Monday. Emily Ivory from deep, perhaps starting a comeback for the Roos, her second triple of the quarter. UMKC just hasn't taken a lot of threes in this game, Candy, let alone had the opportunity to make them. They're now 3 of 8 out there.
Yeah, and they're such a great three-point shooting team. I feel like that's part of their identity that they need to tap back into.
Driving, running shot doesn't go, but the rebound off the hand of Aru. It stays at that end. UMKC averages 7.5 3-point makes per game. When they're going well, they're making threes. It's not to say just start indiscriminately firing away, but maybe start looking a little more.
Yeah, no question. I think they've got to hunt for them. The ones that can really make them, that's got to be a part of their game plan every night.
Moore gets the foul, her second. Mattingly has not attempted a 3. Ivory has taken 3 and made 2 of them. Kristen Moore, though, out of the post has taken 3 threes in this game. Jack and Hampel with the other 3-point attempts for the Roos. 3-point try at the other end, short from Huggins, but Graham with the rebound pulls it out, and the Vaqueros can milk some more clock. Still third quarter, though. Mattingly trying to jump a passing lane. Has her first foul. And team foul number 5.
It's one of those details. If she would have tried to knock that ball down with her left hand instead of coming through with her right, she probably could have gotten it or at least avoided the foul, but so many players use that offhand to swim through.
Michelle Hyman, 3 of 3 now at the line. Hits them both. And now she sits in favor of Jamaica Dowell.
I do like that UMKC went man coming out of those timeouts. I think it's going to be important to get them back in this game.
Mattingly having to run around to get it. Tough angled layup. No. Vigil fouled on the putback. And the foul's on Amara Graham. Well, not only has UTRGV pressured, made it tough for Mattingly to get the ball, but they've changed defenders on her, keeping fresh legs to chase her around.
You know, and they've been prepared for every scenario that Erica has been in. If she's coming off a ball screen, she uses it, they're going to trap it. If she gives it up, they're going to deny her back. And then if she's posting, we're going to sandwich her in front and behind. So they're definitely well scouted, and prepared for Erica in this game.
Second shot, Layla Vigil gets the friendly bounce. Her first point since the opening quarter. Ruse going back to the full court pressure now. UTRGV handling it. Dowell attacking, missed the lay-in. Rebound battle goes to the floor, and you know Layla Vigil's going to get in there somewhere. She ties up Madison Northcutt.
Great hustle by both. You know, the press makes you do that. You may give up a layup, but they may miss it. They're going to take a quick shot, and that's what UMKC needs right now. They need more possessions.
Great execution on the inbounds play, and Turk with the layup. Or check that, Johnson with the basket, excuse me. Back to a 16-point game. Pressure on Ivory out on the floor. Step back three ends up in Vigil's hands. She draws contact.
The average basketball fan may not understand how hard it is to rebound an air ball. That is difficult, and Layla comes up with.
She moved to get that.
She has great instincts. I can't say that enough. I just love watching her play, and the rebounding ability she brings to this team is tremendous.
Higgins 4. Get in there.
More fresh bodies for the Vaqueros. Sampson and Mosley, two 6-footers in. It's about as tall as this UTRGV team gets. Second for Vigil goes. Dowell, and to get it across, trapped, walked with it.
Great pressure there by UMKC. That's a place you never want to go with the basketball offensively, and they slam that trap on her immediately.
UMKC string together a positive offensive possession now. Ivory way out. They're on the glass again. Larson gets an open look. Again, the Ruse on the glass. Vigil fouled.
That is a possession that looks more like the UMKC team that we've seen in the past. Just extra pass, open look, three people on the glass, second, third opportunities, back at the foul line.
Vigil, third trip to the line here in the recent moments, has missed the first one each time. And again, more fresh bodies for UTRGV. This time Northcutt and Turk back in. Seven points, 7 rebounds for Layla Vigil. 14-point game. Graham into the front court by herself, and a turnover. Mattingly deflected it, and it hit off Graham's hand. A little momentum for the home team now. Nice find by Mattingly, but Larson gets blocked. Ivory gets inside. Runner no. Northcutt the rebound, and a foul on Vigil, who got tied up in there, and that's her fourth. Right arm got in for Vigil, and she couldn't get it out.
They're going to have to get her. There's too much time in this game to, I think, let her ride it out. And she has just been so effective for them inside. They've got to make sure, we've got to get Larson and some other people now really picking up the slack on the offensive glass.
Brooke Hampel is in for Vigil. UMKC will get more perimeter oriented but quicker. Madison Northcutt, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 of 4 at the line. Missed both on that trip. UMKC's missed their last 5 shots. Mattingly, wow! Stephen Davis, Candy Whitaker with you at the Swinney Center on the UMKC campus. This was a 16-point lead on a couple occasions for UTRGV. UMKC working themselves back into it a bit. So the Vaqueros handle full court pressure. Long ways to go still as we're late in the third quarter. Graham on the handle, now needing help. Off to Huggins. Pull up from the foul line is good. Quinn Huggins, 5 points, all here in the third. UTRGV being efficient when they get looks. UMKC's been to the line 8 times this quarter, 16 for the game. Do they attack the basket again? Campbell getting into the lane. Rebound tapped out. Turk nearly fell down. Northcutt does, with a foul called on UMKC against Larson. UMKC was inches away from getting possession there on 2 occasions.
Felt all game, just at times the ball just has not bounced their way, and sometimes you have games like that. It just seems like little things won't go your way, and just got to keep chipping away and keep executing and doing things the right way, and hopefully that'll start to turn.
Northcutt 2 of 6 at the line, all here in the third quarter. Perfect on that one. 3 straight for the Vaqueros have pushed that lead back out. Ivory handles the point duties. UMKC playing with a smaller lineup. Mattingly on the back door, fouled. A tough pass by Larson. Through a crowded area inside. Mattingly now 3 of 5 at the line. 15 points, amazingly, on just 10 field goal attempts.
They have been physical with her, and they've made her earn every basket.
Turk across the midline to avoid the 10 count. Ball loose. Moore trying to wrestle it away, and a jump ball called. Possession to UMKC.
The speed of the game is much more what they need as far as UMKC being able to get back in this. That's how they have to keep games up-tempo, using their defense to create pressure. I think they sat in that 2-3 zone maybe a little too long and got a little lethargic.
Again, they let Ivory handle. Mattingly gets face guarded out to 35 feet. Larson, a wide open look, almost went down. She's a 23% three-point shooter, has had 2 open threes this quarter, almost go. Somebody in white's going to have to step up and make some big shots if there's to be a comeback today. Mattingly strips it inside, and it's UMKC ball.
Great hands by Erica Mattingly to avoid the foul, slide her body over, get her hands just on the basketball, and give her team another opportunity.
Shot clock is off. Into Mattingly's hands. Eight seconds. Mattingly attacks with the left. And a foul.
5 seconds, you gotta push.
UTRGV arguing each of the last 2 calls. Third foul against Hyman. All 3 coming this quarter. We've seen 20 free throw attempts between the 2 teams here in the third quarter alone. 21 now. 5 seconds. Can UTRGV get a shot? They will not. It was a 10-point game at halftime. Start the fourth quarter. UTRGV with the ball, up by 12. Stephen Davis, Candy Whitaker with you. In your eyes, as a former coach, what's been the biggest factor in this game to get UTRGV this double-digit lead?
Well, I think they've just done a really good job once they got the lead of really managing clock, shot selection, and just hitting timely shots. Every time UMKC would make a little run or cause some turnovers, they would really do a good job of countering and knocking down an open shot and keeping a little bit of a comfort zone for them.
That's our game changer. Try a game changer of your own. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. The official beverage partner of your UMKC Roos. That is now 18 Kangaroo turnovers today. 16 by the Vaqueros. But they're shooting 50% compared to 32% for the Roos.
It's a huge difference. I mean, you've got to make shots to win games, and UMKC's had a little bit of trouble making some open shots in this game.
Northcutt on the offensive glass is having a sensational day. The fifth-year senior grad transfer out of Wichita, a double-double for the second straight game, 17 points and now 10 rebounds.
She's been impressive. I've liked her. I think she's stayed within herself and not tried to do too much and been really efficient when she gets touches.
Mattingly from deep almost banked it in. Northcutt a rebound. This is getting to be a danger time now for UMKC as Graham goes coast to coast. 16-point UTRGV lead once again. And UMKC may be pressing a bit now.
Yeah, they've got to stay true to who they are and what they do every day and not try to do something out of character.
Northcutt tripped. That's Larson's fourth.
You want to play with a sense of urgency because you're in an urgent situation, but you don't want to play with your hair on fire. And you've got to settle in and be urgent, but also execute in the half.
If it wasn't already a sense for UMKC that they needed to make a move now, Layla Vigil back in with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I think smart decision. I mean, you've got to make a move right now and get yourself back in this game if you're going to win it.
Good pass by Turk, and for Cynthia Sampson scores it. 60-42. Good pass into Moore for the lay-in. Still 8 minutes to go. UTRGV has handled the press fairly well today, despite the turnover number. Megan Johnson in for the finish. She has 13. UMKC definitely in attack mode offensively, not wasting any time. And a foul on the rebound goes against the Vaqueros. Sampson. Talk about the depth of UTRGV despite having 17 fouls called against them today. No individual with more than 3.
It's been impressive how well Coach Lord really uses his bench and uses his role players to give them really solid minutes.
Vigil with the left, and then called for the foul. She's done. That's 5.
That's where Vigil's just, as she matures as a player, she'll understand that is not a situation. You don't get your 5th foul on that play. Your team needs you on the floor.
She fouls out, playing only 18 minutes today. 7 points, 8 rebounds. The Roos go smaller. Jonay Johnson in to try to up the tempo. They nearly get a turnover, and they will because of the foul.
Great job by Taylor to get her hand on that pass towards the middle and create that turnover.
4th foul on Turk. Moore lost the handle. And a reach-in foul on UMKC. to up the tempo, unable to string together multiple positive plays in a row. Hyman able to get around Larson. Northcutt on the reverse layup, missed everything. Long outlet to Ivory. J.C. Hoyt wants him to attack. Moore, deep three. Too strong, and Johnson able to reel in the rebound, but then loses the handle. Larson can't score. Johnson can't score. And the Vaqueros have it. Johnson fouled. That's Larson's fifth.
Right now, go!
A really frustrating offensive go right now for UMKC. 5 of 20 shooting here in the second half. 1 out of 7 so far this quarter.
And you're right there at the rim, and they've had several opportunities, just point-blank shots that they've got to convert.
Go, Madison!
Nearly a 5 count and a travel on the inbounds, but Johnson got it to half court. Time is the best friend of the Vaqueros right now. Moore forces a tie-up. Rue ball.
Much better job by UMKC guarding that set, that possession, sliding under that handoff to keep the layup from happening, and then player turns her head and Kristen doubles.
A wall of Jack is in the ball game. Moore turns down the three. Johnson from 15 hits. Jonay Johnson's first points. Stays with the Vaqueros.
Good rotation on their press. I love that they're still getting after it and fighting hard here, and got some young players making plays.
Long pass to near midcourt. Hyman across the midline. Northcutt underneath, lays it in. Jack nearly had a steal. And that's a foul. Hyman's fourth. She has been one of the primary defenders today against Mattingly. I say they've done a good job on Mattingly, even though Erica's 6 of 11 for 17 points.
Yeah, I think the effect that's had on UMKC has just kept them out of rhythm offensively by trying to keep it out of Erica's hands and frustrating her a bit. I think Erica's still done a great job of getting her points, but it's definitely had effect on their offensive plays.
Trying to go into more, and they throw it away. 21 turnovers. 18-point margin matches the biggest of the day. Mattingly knocks it away. Dowell saves. Northcutt driving. Mattingly the rebound up ahead for Ivory. Jack, an open three. Bang! A wall of Jack. Cuts it to 15. Still 5:05 to go. Graham breaking the pressure. And Northcutt fouled.
Madison, 2 shots.
Free throws now one of the strong points of Northcutt's game. 58% at the line this year. Came in averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds, but a double-double today. Now 20 points to go with 11 boards. Johnson spinning. And Northcutt blocking out everyone on the glass. Graham all the way, and Mattingly denying the basket, gives a foul.
I really like Graham's game. I think she does a great job.
2 shots for Amara Graham. First trip to the line today, 62% free throw shooter. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists today for Graham, sophomore out of Chicago. A 17-point game. Well, if UMKC is going to make a move, it needs to start now. TRGV has controlled the action since the second quarter started. 22 UMKC turnovers have been a big problem today. Turk on the drive, kicking out for a wide open 3 and an air ball from Dowell. UMKC will get it. Time, though, starting to run short. Hate to say that with 4 minutes to go, but it's a 17-point game.
Yeah, they've got to start finding ways to score quickly, and threes would help. But execution is critical here in the half, and then using their defense to create some offense.
And the Ivory getting one up on the rim. Northcutt clearing it.
Let's go!
Johnson, Northcutt. Those two have handled things really well. A 5'10", 5'11" front court for UTRGV. They've combined today for 35 points, 18 rebounds, and 4 assists. Mattingly, tough shot, goes down.
The front court's been the kind of reap the reward of breaking the press and getting easy baskets at the end of it.
Turk fouled.
That's on Kansas City from 2 personal more, third personal foul.
Adil Turk goes to the line for the first time. And connect.
Back in from UTRGV, number 15, Rishad Hyman. And number 21, Cecilia Sampson.
UMKC will make a change. Bree Beck,
Also coming into the room is
5'8" freshman, comes on for just the 9th time this season. That's the 5th foul on Michelle Hyman.
fouls in the Harris, number 15, Michelle Hyman, her 5th personal foul. 14.
Great block out by Johnson. I mean, she's a point guard down there, boxing out on a free throw, and was very physical, and doesn't quite have as much size, but was very fundamental on that play, and got a great defender off the floor.
7 points for Hyman in the game. She's been one of the primary defenders on Mattingly. Jamaica Dowell will guard Mattingly now. Moore, long jumper. Missed everything. Beck with the rebound. Johnson attacking. Foul against the Vaqueros.
Tell them don't bail them out. Straight up.
Fouls on the Harris, number 34, Nate Johnson, her 2nd, 15 foul.
Getting to the free throw line is going to be important, not only obviously for points when the time is stopped, but being able to set their press and try to create some turnovers.
Johnson missed some time this year with an injury. This is only her 7th game. A lot of potential in this 5'7" freshman. Her 3rd point of the afternoon. Turk got away with a travel, but the Roos will get the ball anyway. Ivory, a quick launch. And the rebound foul against Johnson.
Fouls on Kansas City.
Talk about the impact Megan Johnson and Madison Northcutt have had for UTRGV. They've played close to a combined 60 minutes with 2 fouls each.
They've been efficient, done their jobs. You know, they've played within what their coaches asked of them. There's nothing, fancy. They've just been really efficient, using their bodies, taking care of the basketball, and scoring it at the end of that press break.
Johnson now 14 points. Missed the second. Jonay Johnson the other way for the Roos. Out to Beck. Now Mattingly. There's just no room for Erica. More jump hook. Megan Johnson the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go. Turk all the way on the baseline. But at no point here in the second half has UTRGV really seemingly felt threatened. They have maintained their poise. Mattingly fouled by Dowell.
I think they've had a great game plan coming in. Obviously, a little bit more time to prepare for UMKC and fresher legs. But I like the way they've guarded ball screens. It started out icing. They moved to a switch, and then finally they trapped, and it's bothered UMKC.
You mentioned the preparation time, the rest. How much does that matter? UTRGV has not played in a week. UMKC played a very physical game 2 nights ago against New Mexico State, the first place team in the league.
You know, physical and emotional. There was so much, I think, wrapped into that game mentally and emotionally, and that takes a toll on you. But I think the preparation is key. You know, in this league, typically you would have 1 day to prep for this game, which is what UMKC had, because we know they probably used their full prep time for New Mexico State. So that's a huge advantage for Rio Grande.
Megan Johnson fouled as she got to the basket. It is rare for this UMKC offense to be held under 60 points. It's happened just once previously in conference play.
Sometimes you have those games and the ball just doesn't bounce your way, the ball doesn't go in, and things just aren't clicking like they typically do, and it's going to be important for them to be able to shake this off and regroup for their games next week.
Only 30% shooting for UMKC today, 17 out of 56. Right now it would be their second lowest scoring game of the season. Just 1 minute left. Their lowest was 50 points in a loss at Kansas State back in November. Ivory changes it, though, by banking in a 3. That tops a couple 55-point outings this year now. That will be of no consolation to J.C. Hoyt and her team.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a game that they expected to win, just trying to stay in the conference race for that title. They've still got a lot of games to be played, and by no means is it over, but taking care of your home court when you're going to win a championship is critical.
UTRGV clearing the bench. Cheyenne Tramble, who played briefly earlier, comes back in, and Natalia Reddy appears for the first time. Apple saving that pass. Fires from 18. Shot clock and game clock are matched up. Looks like UTRGV will dribble out as much time as they can. The Vaqueros will improve to 4-3 in the WAC, 10-10 overall. UMKC falls to 5-3 in the league, 11-10 overall.